Hey guys, FIFA Vic here with a brand new manager mode series for you guys. I'm just going to do this 2 or 3 times a week in between whatever RTG you all decide I'm going to do next after Deal or No Deal. I am going to do a manager mode and I'm going to pick Everton Football Club as the team. I spent ages looking at who I should pick as the team to be. I wanted a challenge and I wanted one that hasn't been widely done on YouTube already. And I decided to do Martinez, the Martinez project, simply because, you know, he's a new manager joining at Everton, and I think he's got a really, really tough job. So that is why I went for them, guys. As you can see, I've had a look at the existing squad, because in real life, Fellaini is a one-to-away player, and what have you. I've decided to stick him up on the transfer market. And, you know, I've also put up a few other guys that I don't like because they're too old or they're not good enough in my opinion. The formation that I like to play is a custom 4-1-3-2, and that is how it is looking. And when you take away the players that I've put up for sale, you can see the obvious flaw in that squad, and it is a lack of firepower up front. So the second the transfer market opens, I'm going to start looking at strikers, and I'm going to start looking at other young talent as well, guys. So, you know, as always with a manager mode series, get your suggestions of players into me, get them in the comments, any players that you have bought and have done really well. Remember, I'm in the Premier League as well, and my target is to get in the Champions League and hopefully, you know, become a big club in European football with Everton. So I'm going for a few obvious ones up top, a few ones that everybody knows, got really high potential and a really good chance of growing. And, you know, so I've gone for Tony Vilhena, Luke Shaw, YouTube legend Luke Shaw from Southampton. You know, he's only 16 at this point in the thing. Obviously, I should point out, in real life, Martinez's job would start after Season 1 of FIFA 13 Career Mode. But we're not too worried about that. It is more about just rebuilding Everton, really. Obviously, if Fellaini doesn't sell, FIFA's Career Mode's a bit crazy like that, you know, such a highly sought after player in real life, but for some reason in this game sometimes nobody comes in and buys him. If nobody comes in and buys him, guys, I will build a team around him. I'll get him straight back in. Looking at strikers, guys, and I'm looking at Jordan Ayew. He's only 20 years old and he's already playing at a very high level indeed, so I'm going to have a look at him. We've got Adrian as well, the 17-year-old Cam, who, you know, again, so young and such high standard. Unfortunately, as you know at Everton, guys, funds is a big issue. If we end up selling Fellaini, that will generate us a good 10, 11 million possibly. But if we don't manage to sell him, you know, we're going to be just picking up the bits and bats that we can, and we're going to have to trim our squad down. Another problem with the Everton squad, guys, you might be aware they've got a lot of young talent. Here's another young talented player. I don't usually like to sell young talented players, but unfortunately I'm going to have to. I simply cannot play all of these young players. I'm going to have to just pick a few that I think will go on to greatness. As you can see there as well, Tony Hibbert, club legend, I have put him on the transfer market as well. He's just too old, guys. I've got a bit of a rule that if I come into a club and there's a guy over 30, unfortunately, he has to go up for sale, because if he retires without being sold, then, you know, I'm not going to get any money for him. I'm going to lose all my money on him there. Vilhena as well, a striker. I just don't fancy him, guys. Just do not fancy him. I will be simming matches. I don't think, just my personal opinion, guys, and this is just the way it is, so like it or lump it, but I will be simming some matches. I know some people don't like that, but for me, if you don't simulate matches, it's not manager mode, you know. It is just how good are you at playing the computer mode, you know. If you don't simulate matches, you don't actually find out how good your squad is, how happy they are with you, what their form is like, you know, because that is what the simulations take into account. So I'll be both playing games and simulating. So you'll always get some highlights, and but we will find out how good the actual squad that I build is. I'm not just going to build people that are like 5-star skills. I'm going to build a mixture of people that are actually going to do well when I simulate games, you know, a real manager type situation. We get up against Siena. I think they're a Serie B team in the third friendly of this season. Done really well in the first two friendlies, beating Lazio and Montpellier. But we went 2-0 down in this game quite early doors. Quite poor defending. I was still getting used to the team a little bit, and it's a little bit of a mixture of a team because obviously it's the last game before the season starts, so I don't want anyone getting injured or anything. So it was a bit of a mix of a squad, but we came back into the game really nicely, and each be picking up 2, and then the classic lob through ball, which works really well against the computer guys. And Anichbe completes his hat-trick and we go 3-2 up in the game. I should tell you guys I'm playing on world class. I find legendary way too hard. The goalkeeper just seems to save everything, and then they'll go up the other end, and it's just like a crazy goal. So yeah, so I don't like legendary, so I'll be playing on world class. I hope you guys are cool with that. Reginaldo popping up at the other end of the pitch to level the game at 3-3, and that is how it finished, guys. A nice little, a nice little warm-up friendly pre-season-y match. Goals at both sides. I need to work on my defending, but like I say, it was a bit of a mixture of a team. One thing that I've shown up with my formation that I'm wanting to play is I only actually have one CDM, and that is not enough CDMs, guys. So I'm going to look at some young CDMs that I can rotate. And here are a couple of the guys. Ozdue is one of them as well. Obviously, I can't go picking players from top teams, so I'm having a bit of a look. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been FIFA Vic. Bye.